That's probably before I was born. Yeah, he did. He did. Sorry.
Hey man, I appreciate you, brother. I love you, man.
Robert Anthony!
First off, hey everybody. I'm if you don't know me, too bad. I'm Robert, as y'all heard him saying, Robert Anthony. I think I've been dancing since I was little, but I've been a part of the dance community. Shout out to those who are keeping the D-Town swag going. I think I was doing that roughly 2 years ago. And so the thing I want to speak about is a lot of people have mentioned this word called accountability. So I'm gonna help you with that, and I'm kind of gonna do a little social experiment. Everybody do me, just for a second, everybody do me a favor and close your eyes. If you've ever been scared by somebody who didn't look like you, raise your hand. Open your eyes. All right, drop them again. Have you ever been scared by somebody who does look like you? Raise your hand. Open your eyes. Right. Close your hand. I want y'all to understand something, because the one thing I've been trying to tell folks about this movement is, if you really want to understand, go to that place in you that finds fear, paranoia, anger, and sadness. As a biracial kid, as a black kid, you'll never understand a lot of our experience, and that's okay. But you can understand what it feels like when you walk in and you see somebody at the corner. I'm from Pleasant Grove. Shout out. And so the environment had me looking and worrying. Ladies, gentlemen, close your eyes. Ladies, raise your hand if you've been afraid, scared, or worried about somebody snatching your purse at night or at any time. Take that same fear, whether you're a black woman, a white woman, Hispanic, Mexican, whatever origin, and imagine that for us brothers when we're driving down the highway. When we see that cop come by, or see that cop come behind us, oh shit. Get my Bible. And it's the thought that kicks in. If we want to hold the police officer who did it, we want to hold ourselves for things. Accountability starts this way. It starts at your house. How many of your mama and daddy told you, if you break something, you better clean it up? Maybe if this police officer had more accountability, he would understand when he was here with it. If his mama and daddy told him, boy, excuse my language for the little ones, what the fuck's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? What is wrong? For you to sit there with no thought to click back into reality. Not all cops are bad. I have a best friend who's a cop, and he's a black cop at that. But here's what we do. You go hold the police departments accountable. Go talk to that chief. Chief, I need you to do me a favor. When one of your police officers does something stupid, do you talk to them? Do you ask them, what were you thinking? Because guess what our mamas and daddies taught us? We don't listen to them. What do they say? What were you thinking? For anybody that has to combat one of those all lives matter movements, if you have a friend, a family member who has that mentality, your job, and it's okay, your job is to go and ask them. Or tell them, that's not what we're talking about. Somebody say Black Lives Matter. Somebody's like, but all lives matter. Wait a second, that's not what we're talking about. Don't let them shift the topic on you. Whatever happens, never change the topic. Sisters, how many of y'all went and talked to y'all man or your boyfriend or somebody, and he changed the topic, and you never resolve whatever it is you try to talk about? Go ahead, raise your hand. Fellas, I'm guilty, and I know y'all are. Your girl bring you something like, baby, I'm gonna tell you something. Don't you ever look at old girl like that, because it rubbed me the wrong way. But baby, just a month ago, you looked at old boy with the muscles and the tats, talking about, ooh, no, we're not talking about that right now. We're not talking about that. In this movement, when we say Black Lives Matter, that's what we're talking about. If somebody attempts to steer you in another way, step back. Come back to the topic. If I'm talking about your shoes, don't go to your shirt. Let's talk about shoes first. That's how you hold somebody accountable. I'll give you a little short personal story. Oh, by the way, if y'all are struggling with this, if y'all are struggling with what's going on in the world, please talk to your friends, your family members, and if they're hard to talk to, go talk to a professional. I have seen my client load jump tremendously because of what's going on. Yes, some only know I'm a therapist. So if we want to change, thank you. If you want to change the way people are, because one of my things is you have to change their mindset. You want to change somebody, you challenge their mindset. I went to one of my family members. I'm the only black kid out of 15 grandchildren. The only one. My mom had 8 siblings. And nobody picked up the phone and said, "How are you doing, nephew?" Imagine that. How are you doing? The only black child. Instead, you want to know what I got? "Well, we didn't see you that way, mijo." It don't matter about how you saw me. It's about how I saw myself. And when we see things like a George Floyd happen, we go and we confront and hold them accountable. Police officers, like if you see a police officer, go ask him. Check you want to change people, you have to check their moral character and the fabric of who they are. You see a police officer, I'm not against you, I just got a question. Did you think that was wrong? There's a hesitation. Officer, you might want to check your moral fabric. Everybody, all of us as humans, we have a duty to keep everybody accountable, even in the dance community. Even in the dance community. We love you too, baby. Mwah! Keep it gangsta. In your Mitsubishi. But that's the part. It starts at home. I work with a lot of families, and that's how I start, and I'll wrap up here shortly, and that's how I start changing mindsets. Everybody that walks through the door, the one thing I challenge is their mind. What you believe, what you hold dear. Why? Because in order for you to grow, you have to be challenged. We all must be challenged. And that's why I see all these different faces, all these people out here, all my beautiful brothers and sisters. You still will be challenged if there's something that seems out of line. But I do it out of love. I did it to my family. We got to my aunt, and we got to this long, drawn-out discussion. And I said, here's how you can finish this. I told her, I said, argument ends here. Answer this question. Did you or did you not contact your only black nephew out of 15 grandkids? Your sister's the only one that married a black man, and you didn't even think about him. Guess what happened? No answer. So I said, I love you. Take care. And then I hit her with some words from Jesus. Real talk, Proverbs about discipline. You cannot be considered disciplined and then hate correction. You can't. Not at all. You have to appreciate correction, and that's okay. I learned from this man. I learned from this man. I learned from this young lady. I learned from you. I learned from you. I don't know your name, but I learned from you. I get to know you, and everybody in here. Because if I want to grow, I want to invest in y'all too. So that accountability piece. It's hard. It's challenging. But even if you got somebody who's your best friend, where's my homie at? Alec, where you at?
Hey!
My homeboy. Every Monday, we challenge each other's thoughts, we challenge how we think, and we challenge so that the other person gets better. And at times we'll be like, you might have been kind of wrong for that. And so here's what you do. It starts at home. Where them beautiful little kids that was sitting over there? There was some beautiful little kids that was sitting over there. But that's where it starts. Y'all want to change the fabric? Challenge your family. Challenge your coworker. You ain't got to do it out of malice, just go and challenge them. Hold them, that's how you hold somebody accountable. They overstep a line, do it out of love though. The hardest thing was challenging my aunt. And I knew where a boundary that I had to draw. So this movement, what we want, the Black Lives Matter, somebody says all lives matter. Okay, cool, I'll give you that. All lives matter, but why does my life matter less than yours? Because it shouldn't. And so, take that accountability. I think Taj talked about it. I think Siler talked about it. And that's how you do it. Go and you challenge them. Yes, we can vote. We can go out, protest. But if you do not plant that seed, if you do not put that in this little one's head, or this little one, or even this little one, or in you, or in you, or in you, then that little thing won't click that says, I need to challenge what's going on because that ain't right. Even if it means losing some people. Even if it means losing some people. I personally want to thank y'all for coming out and seeing a lot of these individuals go, thank you, clock, drop mic. So, and if any of y'all need to talk, like I said, I've had a couple of dancers reach out because they were struggling. You can always come to me, unbiased, very much objective, but I will challenge you and I will listen to your side as well. Because ain't nothing gonna shake or move me because everybody in here is a person. And yes, all lives matter, but that's not what we're talking about. Thank y'all, I appreciate y'all.
Yeah!
Love y'all, man. Y'all stay up.
Yes!